All right, FBACSP, Mr. Graph here. I got 8.1.1 for you. Let's go ahead and jump over there. Here we are. This is the simple beginnings of something great. So we are transferring from programming with blocks to programming with text. Definitely going to be an adjustment, going to definitely take us some time, some practice. So that's what we're doing here. The first directions, or the first bit of directions, say go ahead and create a new file named not typer typed typed exploration. All right, now that's correct. And then we need to code this. Okay, so inside of our on start, we're going to set a new sprite. It wanted us to name this, set that to any 16 by 16 um, sprites. So any of these sprites here, some of these ones further down are actually larger. So just be careful. Just make sure you pick one that is 16 by 16. Here I've got Ducky. Now, one of the things it wants you to do in the beginning is click the Python button in order to jump over into the Python script. If you notice, it goes from 1 to 19. Well, that's because there's a whole bunch of code hidden inside here that draws our ducky for us using hexadecimal. Dots being transparent, transparent pixels, and then each color is represented by a hexadecimal code. So here's all the B's, here's all the F's, here's all the 5's and D's and C's and so on. Okay. So what it wants us to do is it wants us to then, after looking at this, it wants you to find your little palette, and your palette is up here. Anywhere you instantiate, you create, you call a new sprite, you instantiate or define a new sprite, you will get this little tool here. And this is the editor. Okay, so it wants you to open the editor, and then it wants you to give your sprite a name at the bottom and click done. And so what I'm going to call this is, I'm just going to call it Ducky. Okay. And actually, I'm going to cancel that. If I hit X. Oh, it did it. I was going to show you before. It did not say Ducky, and now it says Ducky. Let's just go back, and I'll do that really fast. Okay. Control, sprites. My sprite, nope, I want new sprite. I'm going to set new sprite to the ducky. All right, so there's what it wants you to do first. Then it wants you to split over to Python. Notice there is no name here. That's what I was coming back to do. If I click the editor and I put ducky here, oops. This name is already in use elsewhere in your project. Okay, so let's go duckling. Boom. Can't call it ducky, but I'll call it duckling. And done. Now we have duckling there. So your workspace should indicate that. Well, it's important. You want to be able to reference these things. Okay. So ultimately, that is how you collapse all of that code. Notice that now I only have 2 lines of code instead of what was like 18 or something. And you'll find it here in the assets. Okay, so there's ducky and there's duckling. They're the same thing, just different names. So now I can come in here and edit them. They're getting handled as images outside of the script, whereas before they were handled as sprites inside the script. That's really important, and that is basically the gist of this video. That is an intro to 8.1.1. I will leave you with that and let you spend time working through the rest. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask. This is Mr. Graph saying, as always, stay positive out there, coders.